Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat and today we are still in the middle of Road to Glory. We're on Akira Tozawa. We've got AJ Styles and AJ Lee left to go. We've already got Rizzo, Angelo Dawkins, Alpha, Asuka and Axiom. But today what we're going to do is we're going to pro some cards because we have the Pro JC Mateo ready to go. They both have level 100, 100 matches and all 10 variants. We have the Pro Stephanie Vaquer ready to go as well. Now they are missing their variants, but you can get the variants afterwards. They're both level 100, both have the 100 matches. And we have the Pro Wrestlepalooza Cody Rhodes as well, the American Nightmare. And of course, both on level 100 with 100 matches. So I think let's begin with Big JC Mateo, Big Jeff Cobbs, and we'll see what the pro animation of him looks like. And there he is. So you can see the chains are breaking, the chains are snapped. He is unchained, unhinged, Big JC Mateo he is. It's a very, very cool looking pro animation actually. We're not finished with the Devons. One Devon is finished, but the other one is not. I still have to train him up a little bit. Let's go with the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. Now, what I think is interesting is that Cody Rhodes actually seems to be weaker than Stephanie Vaquer. I mean, neither of them have their variants. Both of them have level 100 and both have the 100 matches. Both of them are champions, but Cody Rhodes seems to be a little bit less than what Stephanie Vaquer is. I think that is very, very interesting. So let's go ahead and pro our Wrestlepalooza, Cody Rhodes. I never know what the thumbnail is going to be. Oh, there's a big spinning blade on the bottom there. And there's also a spinning saw that comes down the back of the card. That's pretty cool. I didn't expect that to happen. I wasn't sure what I was expecting from the pro animation, but it wasn't that. That is pretty cool. Reminds me a little bit of Saw. Yeah, you don't see the Saw in the background at all. You do see the still version here. But now let's go ahead and pro the Stephanie Vaquer. Of course, this is the image from the Stephanie Vaquer Battle Pass. And this is the one from the Wrestlepalooza. And it's a very, very similar outfit. In fact, it might even be the exact same outfit, just with different lighting. But this one has, of course, the horns, and of course she's got the NXT title over her shoulder. And this one just feels like it's almost missing something in comparison to this version. It just, like, this one feels incomplete, this one feels like it's the full correct version. Although I would prefer it if it was the world title over her shoulder, but, I mean, we still have a championship, and I can't complain too much about that. So let's go ahead and pro our Stephanie Vaquer. Now that one might be the thumbnail as well, I'm unsure. But now let's go to our trainable. And we're going to lock these down. So there's the start animation for JC Mateo. And I'm pretty sure that JC Mateo is supposed to be the strength in terms of the tarot cards. Oh, so the cards do have a little start animation as well. I actually prefer this startup animation to the regular Pro Eon animations. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. So the next thing we need to do is, of course, level up our cards. So let's begin with JC Mateo, since he seems to be the strongest. He probably is the strongest, but he also has 5 variants, whereas the other 2 do not. So he's got that added little advantage there. And 3 unhinged cards should be all that we need here. That brings him up to level 102. And the Performance Center should take care of the rest. And next up, we're just going to go with Stephanie Vaquer first. Using a couple of Lyra Valkyrias and Bailey. And last up is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. With a Drew McIntyre and 2 Lyras. I'm sure that Drew McIntyre would be absolutely thrilled to hear that he is getting used to train up Cody Rhodes, which is almost befitting of Wrestlepalooza. And now let's look at our most recent cards. And our JC Mateo, there you can see the stats on him. He has, from weakest to strongest, 91.64 thousand in charisma, 111.7 thousand in speed, 114,000 in toughness, and a whopping 122.2 thousand in power. He certainly is destruction. Our Stephanie Vaquer has 91.27 thousand in speed, 95.87 thousand in charisma, 103.7 thousand in toughness, and 106,000 in power. And then, of course, we've got the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, who has 91.48 thousand in power, 97.73 thousand in speed, 99.79 thousand in toughness, and 107.9 thousand in charisma. So it's interesting that Stephanie Vaquer has 2 stats that are over 100, 103,000, 106,000, whereas Cody Rhodes only has 1 that's 107,000, which is charisma, and the next one is his toughness, which is only 99,000. So it seems that Cody Rhodes is in fact actually a bit weaker than what Stephanie Vaquer is, which is very unusual. Normally they have the male special edition cards, or PLE cards, or whatever cards, being stronger than the females, but this is the first time, and it's not even just a regular card, it is the undisputed WWE Universal Uwu Champion Cody Rhodes himself that is actually a bit weaker than our Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer. Very, very interesting indeed. So, in my opinion, I would say that it's better to go after the Stephanie Vaquer from the Superstore than to go after the Cody Rhodes. That's probably why Cody Rhodes looks so disappointed. He just doesn't look happy there at all. That could be it. But I'm going to continue playing Road to Glory now, and I think that is going to be just about it for this video. I'm going to swap out we're going to swap in Stephanie Vaquer even, sorry, that's what I was trying to say there. And we are going to swap out another card here. I think it's going to be Big John Studd. It's going to swap out for JC Mateo, and The Miz is going to swap out for the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, so that I can train all of those cards up all together. And there we are. I'm going to continue working away at this. After Akira Tozawa, of course, there will be AJ Styles, and of course, that will be a pro, because we've already got an AJ Styles, and that's going to be a cool looking pro with AJ Styles with the title over his shoulder, as he once had. But with that said, folks, that is now going to be it for this little video, and I really hope you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.